Okay, so let's walk through this and see if we can do this science journal together. So on the first page, you're going to write your name. On the second page, it's just an introduction. And the third is good things question of the week. If you could go back in time, where would you go and what would you do? For me personally, I'd go back to ancient Egypt and meet pharaohs and such. This is an opinion. It can't be wrong, so type whatever you think. Next is optional, so we're going to go ahead and skip that for now because we are late in getting this done. Then we've got our learning target and success criteria. We're going to learn about photosynthesis. Then we've got a lab, Learning Experience 1 Photosynthesis Lab. So this next page is a video that I made for you guys. It's also on this link. And you can watch it, and it has walking through the entire lab. If you make it big here, full screen, you'll be able to see the data, which is also here and here. Okay, so then after you finish the lab, you'll have these learning experience concept checks. So let's take a look at those together. One says, what type of gas bubbles are being produced? If you listen to the lab, I mentioned it a couple times that it's oxygen bubbles that are coming out. So we kind of know the answer to that. For number 2, it says, all of the following were used as independent variables except which one? Well, the number of oxygen bubbles weren't, because those were the dependent variable. It was kind of a tricky question. Which of the following best explains why carbon dioxide must be added to the water? Well, the name of this lab was something about photosynthesis, right? And what do we need for photosynthesis? We need carbon dioxide and water and sun and probably something else that I can't remember right now. So I see where it says carbon dioxide is a needed reactant of photosynthesis. I'm loving that answer choice. Number 4 says, where would aquatic plants obtain the carbon dioxide needed to perform photosynthesis? So like in our lab, you know how we put the carbon dioxide in, it diffuses in with the water. So it diffuses. Then for 5, it says, which of the following best explains the effects of temperature on photosynthesis? Well, if you, again, go back and look at your lab data, our photosynthesis occurred at its highest rate at 25 degrees. And then 6 says, which of the following best explains the effect of light intensity on photosynthesis? Well, basically, it's this last one here where it says there's a direct relationship between light intensity and the rate of photosynthesis. And we know that because like the higher the light, the more bubbles would occur, right? Okay. Next, Miss Marquez did link this to her own quizzes program, so she'll have access to the score, but you need to go ahead and put your score in. Next slide here. Oh, food web. So we have these arrows. I'm going to click on the arrow and I'm going to copy it. That's Control C. And then I'm just going to paste a bunch of them so I can just move them around. So Control V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5. Okay. So I know that the fish get eaten by the seal. Yeah. And then I know the clam gets eaten by the octopus. I know that the jellyfish gets eaten by turtles. I also know this little shrimp guy is going to get eaten by a turtle in a second. Sorry. This is like super awkward. And then the plants get eaten by fish. And who else? Jellyfish. Let's see. Jellyfish eat the plankton inside of the coral. How's that? Yeah, looks good to me. Okay, next. All right, so it says activity 2, matter and energy ecosystem. How much energy is lost at each level? Well, we know that 10% goes up from each trophic level, right? So that means 90% is lost to like heat, body functions, things like that. Okay, so then it says construct energy pyramid using organisms shown in the following diagram. Add the labels primary consumer, producer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer. Okay, we're starting at the bottom. So let's see. So the producers are the bottom ones, right? Now what is that? That's plants and trees and stuff, right? So I see grass and shrubs. Okay. Next, we've got bugs. I see bugs. Bugs. Okay. And what is that? That is primary consumer. So we've got bugs, insects, insects, bunny rabbits. Let's just put rabbits, not bunnies. Sorry. I think we're good on that. Let's call that good for now. And then secondary. Secondary consumer. All right, all right, all right. Let's go with like a fox. I think the deer is actually going to go with the primary because he eats. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Is that a fox? A wolf? No, that's a wolf. I don't know what these things are. Okay. Maybe it's a raccoon? It's a dog? I'm going to put a fox. I don't think it's a fox, but I'm going to put a fox. And I think there's a snake here. That looks like a snake to me. And maybe a bird. Because I think birds eat insects and stuff. We'll see. All right. And then our tertiary consumer, I love the word tertiary. Tertiary. Well, we've got that wolf and eagle. I think these are pretty good for now. So let's see what's next. Teacher feedback. All right. So your teacher will give you feedback on all of this. Hopefully we did okay and get this done.